Hello, I'm going to talk about why IIMAhmedabad interviews are considered one of the toughest interviews among the B schools, specifically focusing on 1 year MBAs. IIMAhmedabad is known for its rigor in the interview program. Before I get into IIMAhmedabad, I'm going to talk about ISB's interview experience, followed by Bangalore. And with that, you'll understand one, how each of these interviews are different. Number two, how you're going to place yourself and position yourself for each of these interview. And lastly, you know how to handle the stress interviews and how to prepare about it. Well, the ISB's PGP interviews is quite different from IIM Ahmedabad and IIM Bangalore interview, wherein two alumni would be the interview takers. It's not the professors, but the students themselves drive these interviews. Essentially, they'll be checking on two main aspects: how ISB fits in the equation of your journey, and two, whether you have the utmost clarity of wanting to do a PGP to begin with. In the description below, I have divided the ISB interviews, bisected it into not bisected, bisected into multiple chunks, and I have also provided answers. You can check it out. Well, next, IIM Bangalore interview. IIM Bangalore interview is typically taken by professors. In my case, there were four panelists. I mean, that was too extreme, and four different professors were asking about various questions, and each of them were coming up with their own format. These professors were sticking to the answers that I have submitted as part of my application. Say, for example, they were questioning my choice of why I was wanting to do an MBA after PSU. And I also had GATE rank 7 and wrote a book. And they were interested in understanding why I wrote this GATE aspirants book, and why is it that after doing so well in technical role, why is it that I was wanting to do an MBA. I'll leave it at this point. Skipping to IIM Ahmedabad PGPX program. This is the trick part. PGPX typically has an extempore. When I say extempore, they are going to hand you a chits in a bowl, and this could be any topics. When I say any topics, it could be like, say, as random as, say, India lost to Pakistan some time ago, and it's hypothetical situation. I hope it never happens, but yeah, in case that did happen, some controversy arise in newspaper, like something like someone posted V1. Being in India, how can they post about Pakistan victory as V1? Now that's a controversy, right? Well, they would put this controversy in the topic of extempore, and then now you have to be in favor or against the person, and probably like a hypothetical situation would be created wherein the person lost job because they posted it on their personal media that V1. Well, that's very tricky situation, right? Well, let's see. Another topic that one of the candidates got was in US and other developed countries, students aged below 18 are also allowed to do part-time work. Well, the case was that should that be allowed in India? Now you can have in favor arguments and or against. You would be sticking to these either in favor or against, depending on what you want or what you feel at that point. Answering that extempore can have a different set of frameworks that how you would approach, maybe a pestle framework, political, economic, social, so on and so forth, or you can have your own framework designed on how you would approach these kind of extempore topics. So with that, what I want to say is, along with the extempore, the IIM Ahmedabad interview is different in the sense it they will poke you around why MBA and why at this point, and indirectly why IIM Ahmedabad. And all of this dynamism around the extempore, wherein you would be fighting or arguing, you would the conversation between the professors and yourself would be an argumentative style, and suddenly it will move from an extempore sort of setup to your own profile. I mean, that sudden sort of switch, the sudden sort of changing gears, right? That's what makes people anxious, nervous, and that's why it's considered as a stress interview. Well, rightly put, because it's very difficult to adapt to these gear changing mechanisms that the professors use, and they are very used to these sort of conducting extempores. Well, I hope this video helped you out. In case you want to learn more about how to tackle these scenarios, well, do reach out as Career Simplified.